10 scary end of the world predictions. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button. At number 10, and we have aliens. Now, stick with me on this one. Whether if you believe in aliens or not, one thing I've learned from COVID is nothing is impossible. If someone had told me 5 years ago that in 2020 there would be a virus that would lock down the whole world and change the way we live, then I would have called them totally crazy. But look at where we are now. So it's not so crazy for aliens to make contact with planet Earth. But if aliens did find us, there is a strong chance that the aliens they'd pretty much want to take over our world for themselves. And let's face it, if these aliens have managed to travel and find us, then it's more than likely that the aliens would have better futuristic weapons than what we have. So if aliens were to take over the world, then there would pretty much be nothing that we could do. I mean, we could put up a good fight, but I think it's more than likely aliens would literally just take over the world, and that would be the end of us humans forever. At number 9, and we have viruses. So I've briefly spoken about the coronavirus, and it's something that has affected every single one of us. But what would happen if a deadly virus that's even more deadly than the coronavirus is discovered, and there's literally no vaccine and no cure? We would all literally be screwed. Over the many centuries, there have been a lot of pandemics and viruses that have hit us on planet Earth, such as the Spanish flu, the plague, the Black Death, Ebola, and many more. And what life has taught us these last 12 months is that a virus can change everything. If we look at the coronavirus, most of the world has had to go into lockdown, and we haven't been able to visit family and friends, and a lot of people have died worldwide from this current virus. I mean, good news is on the horizon with all these vaccines, but it's safe to say that even with a vaccine, coronavirus is going to be with us for a very long time, if not for the rest of their lives. And believe it or not, guys, we are all living through something that will be taught in history classes in years to come. And the scariest thing about all of this is that a deadly virus can strike us at any time. So let's just hope that day never comes. At number 8, and we have gamma ray bursts. So a gamma ray burst is a massive energetic explosion that happens in the universe. The explosions are so bright that they can be observed from distant galaxies. But what would actually happen if one of these gamma ray bursts happened too close to Earth, or if the explosion was coming right at Earth? Well, we would be in trouble. If the gamma ray burst beamed directly at us, then the radiation would destroy a significant portion of our atmosphere, specifically the ozone layer. Now, if our ozone layer was harmed or destroyed, then that would mean planet Earth would face lethal doses of radiation from our sun, and essentially humans and most species would just face mass extinction. Scientists do say though that it would be extremely rare and highly unlikely that a gamma ray burst would aim directly towards us, but never say never. At number 7, and we have climate change. Now, you've probably heard about climate change a million times, but climate change is already harming the Earth. Just take a look at the melting ice caps and the massive forest fires that are happening every year, year in and year out. So climate change is here and it's already killing the Earth. And if this doesn't stop very soon, then we are all in serious danger. Heat waves will become even hotter, last longer, and literally just be unbearable, and will cause massive droughts for millions of people around the world. If we don't stop climate change soon, then it's going to be irreversible, and humans and animals will no longer be able to live on this planet. Some people and experts say that we are almost at the point of no return, so this end of the world scenario may actually be something that could happen in our lifetime. Let's just hope that we haven't tipped over to the point of no return. At number 6, and we have super volcanoes. So right now there are around 1,500 active volcanoes in the world, and around 500 have actually erupted in recent times. Now most of these volcanoes are harmless, as most are small, but what would happen if a massive super volcano erupted? Well, if one of these massive volcanoes did erupt, then the explosion would be so massive, you would be able to see this volcano from hundreds, if not thousands of miles away, and this super eruption will kill a lot of us on Earth. Not only that, but the amount of ash that would go into Earth's atmosphere would be devastating. The ash would create a massive ash cloud that would cover pretty much most of Earth's atmosphere, which means that this cloud would block out the sunlight. So everyone that does end up surviving the initial blow would be dealing with the fallout of no sun, meaning that a lot of animals, plants, food would pretty much all go extinct, which means that there would be no food for us humans, meaning that we would all die. At number 5, and we have a rogue planet will crash into Earth. Now some of you may think that there is not a chance in hell that this will happen, but think again guys, because apparently this may have already happened before. So scientists have made no secret that apparently at some point in Earth's life cycle, way before us humans ever existed, a rogue planet in our solar system collided with Earth, which caused absolute carnage. So the Earth and the rogue planet was smashed to bits. I mean, bear in mind that the rogue planet was a lot smaller than planet Earth, but apparently after the collision, all the broken pieces were formed together into what we now call the moon. So yes guys, apparently the moon that we see in our night skies was once a rogue planet that crashed into Earth before it became the moon. So scientists say that this is not impossible, but a lot of other people would say surely we would know in plenty of time if a rogue planet was coming towards Earth. Well, maybe, but probably not. I mean, think about it. If there was a deadly rogue planet coming towards Earth, do you really think the government would tell us people? Of course they wouldn't, because it would cause widespread panic. So if a rogue planet was to ever hit Earth, we wouldn't know anything about it until just before it happens. At number 4, and we have black holes. Now black holes are everywhere in the universe, and what makes black holes scary is that they cannot be seen. They hide away and they go around the universe eating everything up in sight. And I mean, if a black hole was to get anywhere close to Earth, the black hole will start sucking it up and literally all of us inside. If a black hole were to eat up Earth, then it would start to suck and spiralize everything and everyone on Earth, and we would literally be turned into spaghetti before being sucked away forever. Can you imagine how painful that would be? Now apparently there is a black hole in our solar system, a very big black hole, but it's apparently far enough away so it doesn't actually cause us any damage. But if this black hole decided to move around towards our direction, there would pretty much be nothing that we could do. And of course we wouldn't even know there was a black hole coming towards us, because what makes it scarier, it is actually invisible. So there could literally be a black hole coming towards us right now. At number 3, and we have AI, artificial intelligence. So we've come so far in technology over the years, but are we running the risk of technology taking over the world? Well, this could actually happen. We already have things like Alexa to control our day-to-day lives, and there are robots that literally look like humans all over the world, which is just freaky. And all it will take is for one of these robots to realize that humans are actually destroying themselves and the world. So it's only a matter of time before the robots realize that, and they will need to get rid of all of us in order to save planet Earth. There are many films out there that tell this story. In fact, the Terminator movies predicted this in the 80s and the 90s. I mean, if I was a robot, I would realize that humans are destroying the planet. So I really do think that it's only a matter of time before this one comes true, and I don't think that time is too far away. Number 2, and we have asteroids. Now, asteroids have hit Earth in the past quite a few times. By all accounts, it was an asteroid that wiped out the dinosaurs, so the same thing can happen to us. Over the last 10 years, there have been many reports and video recordings of meteors hitting Earth. The most famous one was the one that hit Russia, and that was just a smaller piece of asteroid. But imagine if a much bigger asteroid was on course to hit Earth. It would cause devastation. Even if the asteroid hits the other side of the planet of where you currently are, the after effects will almost still destroy you. If a massive asteroid does hit Earth, it would cause a massive explosion ripple effect that will hit every single one of us on Earth. There'll be tidal waves, fires, it will cause volcano eruptions, storm surges, not to mention all the rocks that will fall all around Earth from the initial crash. It will literally wipe us all out, and it would take years and years for the Earth to repair itself after such devastation. And what makes this really scary is that it can literally happen at any moment. There's a lot of space rock up there in the universe, and on a daily basis there are reports of these rocks and asteroids passing Earth. It's only a matter of time before one of these big asteroids hits us. And at Craig's top spot number 1, we have nuclear war. Now this is the one that is probably the most dangerous to us humans. If a nuclear war was to happen, all it would take is for one hydrogen bomb or one atomic bomb to wipe out the whole of humanity. What makes this even more scarier is that there are a lot of nuclear weapons all around the world, and all it would take is for one president in a country to start this off and we would all be toast. If a nuclear bomb goes off anywhere near you, you would instantly turn to ash. However, if you are far enough away, the light from the blast alone would literally blind you. But even if you don't look right at the light, the radiation that comes after the blast will almost certainly kill you. There is not a good chance of surviving a nuclear bomb, and if a whole nuclear war were to break out, just imagine how many of these bombs would be fired. We wouldn't stand a chance, and it would literally wipe out the whole human population in moments, and pretty much ending the whole world. This one is definitely the scariest because people in power only have to press one button to kick this off. So let's just hope that these people in power never push that button. And that was 10 scary end of the world predictions. So guys, what did you think of my list? Let me know your thoughts in the comments box below. And guys, if you're still here, then thank you all for sticking around. Make sure you smash that subscribe button, stay safe, and I'll see you all again very soon.